conversation. And that's what it's all about. Why can't we talk it out and say what's on our mind? Situations keep getting in the way. There's so much we need to say, but we're running out of time.
Hey everybody, it's Jen Dial with the Creative Conversation and the Creative Spirit channel. Today, this is our first podcast. Yay! And we're delving into that. The Creative Spirit channel, as you know, is a 24/7 streaming channel. But we want to bring to you just chatting with people that are crafters and artisans, and get in depth into what they're doing and what they're seeing in their own industry and their own businesses. And Charity Lassa is one of my favorites. She is out of LaPorte, Indiana, and she was on our Having Fun with J&J show. I wanted her to be the first guest because she has a small business in LaPorte. It's called the Hotspot Cafe. And she has also created in her cafe a creative space to do arts and crafts. And she's got some amazing news for us. I just chatting with her a little bit. I didn't want to go into detail too much, but she is the quintessential crafter, business person. And I get this a lot because people get stuck between being a hobby and being a business, and it's not easy. And so she's found a way to work into having her business and adding some fun and some creativity to it. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Charity. Hey, Charity.
Hey, Jen. How you doing?
Doing well. I'm so happy to have you here. It's really exciting.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that you thought of me, and to be the first one, I am so honored to be the first one on your podcast. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Jeanette and I enjoyed you on the show, and I always go back when people have an impression on me, and I want to share what you do and help you with your business as well. And it's such an encouragement to other people because they're probably just like us. They're starting off in their businesses and they just want to see what other people are doing. So I'm going to start us off with, tell us about the Hotspot Cafe and how you started it, what made you open a cafe in LaPorte, Indiana. What did you do before?
Before I worked in corporate America. I mean, I did all of it. I worked in retail. I waited tables. But before I opened up the cafe, I was working in corporate America. I worked for the city for a little while after I opened the cafe because it was close. But I married a guy who was from a family of entrepreneurs. So they had a lot of businesses. His dad had a handful of businesses. He was running his own business. His mom would not marry his dad until she had her own beauty shop. So she ran her own beauty shop, like she had her line in the sand. So she owned her own beauty shop. Since the 40s, she was doing hair. So up until she had to retire at the ripe old age of 84 because she tripped and tore her hamstring. So
when you're doing hair.
I know. And for 60 years doing hair. So her business and my husband's business were in the same building. They shared a wall. And so when she retired, we had to figure out something to do with her space. And my husband said, I'm going to just cut a hole in this wall and then we'll open it up and it'll be he fixed computers at the time. They said, we'll just make it waiting place where people can, wait for their computer just like you do your car. And we'll just put in a little coffee pot. And I said, oh, we can do better than that. And in June of 2012, we opened up the Hotspot Cafe, and Hotspot at the time was, where you can log on to internet for free.
Right.
But while we were there, I was still traveling back and forth. It was almost an hour commute for me each way to my job at the time. And I had a lady working for me who wanted to do the wine and canvases that are so popular or were so popular at the time, but they were always at night. She didn't want to drink and drive, and she didn't want to drive at night, or she couldn't drive at night. So she said, Charity, do these coffee and canvases. They're going to be great. And she was right. So in 2017, we started doing coffee and canvases. So we included your coffee. You came in, you painted a beautiful picture. It was going great until COVID. COVID was the reset. I mean, we were just on a straight upward trajectory, and COVID killed us. So trying to rebuild all that, and people are kind of burnt out on the coffee and canvases. They're tired of painting, sort of. So we're looking around at doing other stuff. So some of the other stuff that we're doing, crushed glass is like all the rage. So we are doing crushed glass events, different kinds, not just sun catchers. We're doing some sun catchers. But here is one of my favorites, if you can see this.
Yes. So everybody can see the glass there, and then the
Turtle Beach. So it's 3D. The turtle is like off of the. So we started doing these, and now we sell these in kits. You can buy these kits on our website, hotspotcafe.net, and it comes with everything you need. So a lot of people, this is like our best-selling event ever. Whenever we do this, it sells out almost every time. So we have some extra, we made kits. That's what we needed to do. So we made sure everybody got the stuff that they needed. And we're like, wait a minute, why don't we put this in a box and sell it online? So I am happy to announce that these kits are now on hotspotcafe.net. The DIY Turtle Beach kit is there, and you get everything you need. As Jen was mentioning, the whole person crafter thing. I never wanted to be a crafter. That was like, my mom did that. My older sisters did that. That was not me. So, talking to my husband about a name for this, and I was like, I was an accident. I'm an accidental crafter. So, ta-da, we are accidental crafter.
Accidental crafter. And I've had this conversation with other people that are not crafters, and every single person in their family is either they know someone who's a crafter, they're a crafter, their kids are a crafter or artist, or they just like it. It's really a world event, and it's just so subtle, nobody even recognizes it. And I love the fact, okay, so you were corporate, right? And you had to drive.
Yes.
Okay. And it's steady money, and you can go and you pay your bills, right? But the pull to have your own place, to be in your neighborhood, be working with your husband, and then, see, a lot of people will say, oh my gosh, that's too big of a risk. Or, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. And I do the same thing you do. I go to work and work a regular job, and I got to drive around, and every single day I want to be doing my craft. Every single day, even if it's not like an exact crafter, because I don't craft too much anymore just because I do this, but I want to be creating content. I want to be talking to my crafters. I want to work on my business. Is that what you found? Like, you kind of started and then it kind of pulled you into it, and then you're like, okay, I'm out of there. I'm doing this.
Well, yeah, because I mean, there's such a tug and pull, and it's a battle all the time. So, yeah, we had to make adjustments. When I quit working in corporate America and I started working for the city, I took a 30% pay cut, but I still tried to do both, work full time, and I could walk from the cafe to City Hall where I worked.
Right.
And I did that for a while, but you still, if you're not focusing on your business, it's not thriving. It's
Right.
just kind of hanging out there. It's a part-time gig, a hobby, not something that could be really great. So, it wasn't like a line in the sand that this is what I'm doing. It's been a progressive pulling back and making adjustments where we needed to. So, but when I see people's faces, so we have these events and people come in and they always question themselves. They're always, oh, I'm not a good painter. I can't do this. I can't do that. Wait and see. So we give stencils for our painting events if you need a stencil, or the kits are so simple. This is another one we're going to have live here pretty soon. And that's crushed glass on a trinket box.
That's adorable.
And so this is a wisteria tree. We did a cherry blossom tree, a wisteria tree, and now I'm working on a rose.
A rose.
Yeah. So you get this whole thing in a kit. You get the plain box. Oops. The plain wood box. You get 2 circles, one to go in the bottom of the trinket kit like this. One to go on like that. You paint, you get a whole bottle of paint so you can paint it. And all the beautiful crushed glass, you can see all this glass that you get so that you can create something so cool. I have a guy who has ordered 4 of these because he's going to make them for gifts.
See, and you know what? I have to say, I didn't realize that was wood because it's kind of got a little shine to it, and it looked almost like it was ceramic.
Nope, it is wood.
So I want to set the stage just a minute. So if you're, what Charity has created is, if you're in the area of LaPorte, Indiana, you can look her up, and you have special nights or days that you do this. Do you do this every single day?
We're Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesday evenings. Hotspotcafe.net is our website, and that's where you can sign up for our event and see our full calendar of events there. But really just cool stuff. I wanted to take you on a tour of the cafe a little bit. Is that okay?
Okay, so this is her place that she loves. I can tell. She's all excited. We're always excited.
Let's see.
Those playgrounds.
The long view. Let's see if we can switch you around. No, I'm going to have to turn you around because I can't make my camera switch. So here we go.
Yep. Okay.
This is our extra paintings. So when we do event, the teacher, she gives me one to sell the event as a sample, and then she gives me another, they paint one. So we have the extra ones here. This little beauty.
A little bit so we can see all of the, there you go. Okay, so for those listening, what she does is she's got some canvases of various sizes of different samples that I believe they show when you go into a painting group or a meeting. They'll show you what you're supposed to be painting. You put it up there, and then when you're sitting at your blank canvas, you get to replicate it. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Okay.
And it shows you what you're going to end up with in the end. So we have a few antiques. This is my father-in-law's train set. So we have a few antiques. These pictures right here, one of our local citizens owns Thaddeus Gallery, and he created these pictures. This is iconic Santa that they put up in LaPorte every year. So he created these pictures, and we sell the prints here at the cafe for him. Just one way we try to give back to the artists. And some more just artist examples, some creative. This is a church in Gary that has been abandoned.
Oh.
This guy, he calls himself the big D, and he's an old guy. But he is in a nursing home and or assisted living, and so he has his art displayed here as well. This is an iconic set of trees here in LaPorte. Oh, I have so much I can't keep. We talk for forever. So this is kind of our statement.
So I'm looking. She got a little frozen there, but she has pictures of different picture paintings that some of her customers have done, and they're on the wall of her cafe, and they're beautiful. These are probably people that say they don't know how to paint, but you know what? I've seen some stuff in the art gallery that this is better than. So art is in the eye of the beholder. Charity, can you get back on? I think she froze. So when you're doing a video, it's not so bad because you can still see it. But we are doing a podcast now, so I might keep chatting. But let's see if we can get Charity back. Oh, we lost her. She'll have to come back on. So the reason why I wanted to bring Charity on is because she's a small business person that has incorporated crafting and art in with her regular business at home. And so here she comes. She's back in.
Okay. I don't know where I lost you at, but
and so she's showing us now. She's going to go back. If you can see, if I was right, those are all pictures that were painted.
yes.
By people that at your cafe, right?
These were the samples that the artist painted. So these are all from different artists. This is a collection of about 8 different artists up here that have worked with me over the time. So just a big sample.
So much fun. Do you guys have fun doing this when you're out there all painting?
Absolutely. If you go to our Facebook page, Hotspot Cafe LaPorte IN, you'll see pictures of our events. As they're painting or creating, I take pictures and I post them on Facebook. Can you see that hummingbird right there?
Man, it's beautiful.
So this is a crushed glass sun catcher, and we are doing that one on the 9th, May 9th. And see the books with the coffee cup?
Yeah.
That one is in the afternoon on the 9th. And look at how beautiful that is.
I love it.
These will soon be available in kits as well. So they're beautiful downtown. On this Saturday, tomorrow, we're doing the lighthouse and we're doing the homey gnome. Just fun stuff to do.
So sweet.
This is the people that home-based crafters who sell their wares here. This is Cosmic Creations. This is raw crystal wraps from Reverend Kenny. He even teaches a class here on how to do this. This is one of our newest authors, Linda Stone, who also teaches how to create our fresh flower baskets. This is the book lady, we call her, Margaret. And this is a book that she has folded all the pages in and cut. I don't know if you can see that.
Wow, I just am always in awe of what people come up with. Really.
Look at this one, how detailed this book is.
So for everyone that's just listening, these books are almost carved into it's like a little story.
Exactly.
Amazing. And those
this lady does knitting. This is my biggest seller. These knitted little creatures. Whatever she brings in, they sell. I don't know. People, especially teenage girls, love these things. Absolutely love them. This is this is the 2 sisters. The mom brought them in. So 2 teenage girls who make these bracelets and necklaces and hand soaps. And then we have another one this is a different, she just does plants. This is all this, she's, I think, 18. She just does plants.
Those are perfect for people who have a brown thumb.
I know, and they're so cute. All of them are so cute.
How cute. I like the wood.
Tammy Spears, she has a couple of poetry books, and then she also has her poems engraved on wood that she sells here.
Tammy
gets puzzles through me.
Tammy is
yes,
one of our vendors. We've interviewed her as well, and she's on my bookstore, my online bookstore.
Yes.
So
exactly. Yeah. And that's how we found you, through Tammy.
Yep.
So this is Ron Ritchie. He is a retired postal worker, and when he retired from the post office, he just started cranking out the books. I think the last time I counted, he had 9 books out.
You have to give him my name so I can put him in the bookstore.
Oh, absolutely. And this is Sarah Noe. She's another one of our authors. She has 4 books, and she is all 4 of her books. She has won a Literary Titan Award. So all of her books are Literary Titan Awards. I don't exactly know what that means, but she's real proud of it. So I'm proud of her.
You know what? People think that writing books, the easiest part is writing the book.
Yes, she works her tail off. She's done a number of book signings here. She has a costume that she wears. She works all of the local, vendor events. She's all over the place. She works her tail off.
I'm so impressed that you have so many wonderful vendors that are inside your store, and it really is the way that crafters need to operate, because word of mouth is the best. And look at the different genres that they're in, the different products that they're in, and the ages. You said you have young people in there, and then you have a retiree. It's anybody can do this. Anybody can make crafts. And all of these people have made an effort to create a business from it, and they're my kind of people.
Look at how cute that is.
Oh.
That's a little girl's apron, so she can help mom cook. Another one of we have a group of ladies. They call themselves the Knitwits, and yeah, KNIT. They meet here on Thursday mornings, and they just encourage each other. Look at my product. Look what I made. Woohoo! You did a good job. Or I don't know how to do this stitch, whether it's knitting or sewing or whatever it is. They're there for each other, and they just support each other. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic to watch these ladies do this. This is some of our upcoming events. We're doing this Whimsical Wildflower on Sunday. We just finished this Impressionist painting on Wednesday.
Love that.
This one is coming up on May 31st, Strawberry Dreams, we call that, or Strawberry Fields, Strawberry Dreams, I think. This is our Mother's Day picture. So traditionally we will, take mom out, spend time with her. That's what she wants, is to spend time with you. Spend time with her, create this beautiful painting. So this is for Mother's Day, and this is a sold out event. And so we're very excited about that. That hasn't happened in a really long time. So we're very excited about that. We have this one, The Lady in Red. This is a stencil. We want to set people up to succeed, so they will be able to take something they can be proud of home and not be upset about it or worry. We want you to succeed, and that's what we're all about. Come do something creative, creativity, collaboration, and community. That's what we're about here at the Hotspot. So we're very excited about all of that.
It's so joyful to see so many people involved. This is just your local community too. So
Yep.
If you multiply that by literally hundreds of thousands, your town is just a microcosm of what's out there in the world. And the cool thing what Charity's just done is she's made these kits available online. So if you go onto her website, which is what, Charity?
Hotspotcafe.net.
You can order these. Now, question, is there a tutorial? Like if they're really, like my husband who doesn't, draw anything, if I bought him one of these kits, would he be able to say, oh, I know how to do this? Or do you give a little bit of instruction for them?
So the paintings will not be online. It's just the crushed glass right now that'll be online. They do come with instructions, but honestly, they're pretty much foolproof. Once you mix the resin, it's beautiful. We resin whatever it's going to be. We make sure that like for the Turtle Beach, I resin the glass into the frame so you don't have any leaking problems. You get exact measurements. All you got to do is put it in the cup we give you, stir it up, lay it out, and pour the resin over. It's really that simple. They're beautiful. They're easy to do. And you're just going to be so proud of what you did. It's amazing to me. That's what I love about it. And people are just like, I can't believe I did this. Yeah, that's it. That's that feeling, Yes.
Then they catch the arty bug, because once they've done something and it comes out like what they consider very decent, right? They like it, and they're very proud of it. And then they go, okay, I want to do something else. And that's the arty bug.
And that's exactly it. And you feel good, you feel validated that you came in, you created this, you get away from it all for just a little while and escape, make something beautiful, and you go, hey, look, I can't even tell you how many women who said their husbands were so impressed with what they brought home.
Well, there has to be a connection. We're so connected to electronics, and you and I have talked about this before, and especially the kids where they're just tuned in all the time and there's sensory overload. You're just taking in information, but your hands aren't working, and they keep pointing us to this. Well, we're not going to need to drive, and we're not going to need to do this. Well, they're taking away humanity. Yeah. And they say it's going to be easier for you. But I would say that it's not easier. You get a great deal of satisfaction out of imagining and making it a reality.
Exactly.
And we may not have to do that every day, for work. We may not have to actually go and build, wagon wheels and things like that by hand. But actually, I think they do still make wagon wheels by hand, don't they? I want to say they do.
Some people do. If you need them made, yeah, they are out there. A lot of parallels between cars, when cars came out, to where we are now, and technology turning over and eliminating jobs and putting things in such a different direction. But creativity really has never gone anywhere. I mean, people want that you have to wear clothes, you put, you decorate, you sew, you quilt. There's so many things out there that our creative minds need.
I was watching, I'm on obviously Instagram, and watching what other people are doing. And there was a very sweet young gal, and she's probably in her early 20s. And she said, I have all of these vintage patterns that she's going to start making dresses from. Well, those are the patterns. There was one pattern that I actually had bought when I was a teenager, a simplicity pattern. And, we were, you go and you, the local, fabric store, and you go through the book and you find a dress that you wanted to wear. And I never could do Vogue because their patterns were always a little bit too much for me at my age of 13. But simplicity and Butterick were always there. And now I'm vintage, I'm like, oh, I made that dress. So all my maternity clothes I made, because back then, 30, 40 years ago, there weren't a lot of maternity clothes in the store. They were very old fashioned, like think Lucy
Mhm.
with the big tent dresses.
Yeah.
And now the girls are wearing all these little hip little t-shirt things and let their belly show. We were not allowed to have our belly showing. It was considered not something you did. So you had to buy the patterns that covered everything. So we're making a comeback, Charity.
We are. I think we've always been there underground. We're just letting people know about it. We're shining a light.
I like that. And I that's what the creative spirit is all about, because we Jeanette and I always felt like there's so many of us out there, and they put us into these big giant, online stores that serve millions of people. And the mom and pop, which is the lifeblood of small business and crafting and the arts, is kind of gotten just forgotten. Like they don't, when people say small business to me, and they're like corporate, they always think like 25 people plus. You're a small business to me. This is what I'm thinking. I'm for the person that's the one person with the husband, or the two friends together, or the gal that's, out there making clothes. I just met a lady. She, her son does woodworking, and he does beautiful stuff. And she's like, I just don't know where to go. And there's, like I said, there's everywhere. And I'm sure you get people in your shop that come in and like, I haven't done this in a while, or gee, I've never done this.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they get back into the swing, or once they get a success, then they're ready to keep going. And I love that. Even
Absolutely.
if you don't do it for, even if you don't do it as a business, you're offering them a place to go, to relax, to create, to meet people, to have, to dial back a little bit from everything that they're doing during the week. And it really is, I'm so proud of you. I just love what you're doing. And I love that you're offering this to people online, so other people can appreciate your hard work. And gosh, I didn't mention a puzzle though.
A puzzle? You got those, didn't you?
I did. So, Charity, I'm gonna share my screen here for a second, and I'll explain to people what it is. So, I have a book series called Jack and Milo, and let me see if I can remember how to do this, because Jeanette's not here. So when she's not here, I have like issues. Let me see. I gotta share. Sorry. That's my teleprompter, which I don't. Okay, share screen. So Jack and Milo got a new puzzle, courtesy of Charity. So if you can see it, it's gorgeous. These are the covers of my books. She also does stuff like that, and she just has a lot of fingers in the pot, don't you?
I do, but I'm not happy unless I'm overworked, or stressed. It is part of who I am. It drives my husband crazy, but it is part of my charm, as I tell him.
Again, woman after my own heart.
Yep, the kits are really cool. This is the outline for the gnome we're going to be doing tomorrow. So I'm getting ready to put this on a piece of paper like this. So when you put in the glass, your resin doesn't leak out all over the place. So again, just the little things that make the project so much easier, so that we set you up to succeed and not to fail. You just keep plugging away at stuff and seeing what's next around the corner. Just,
So getting back to the little cafe, so you offer coffee, right?
We do.
And do you do baked goods? Do you bake, or do you bring that in from a bakery?
We have scones, we have muffins, we have cookies, we have candy, bubble tea is one of our big sellers. So kids love bubble tea. It is not traditional bubble tea because I didn't know what I was doing when somebody said, "Ooh, bubble tea," and I was like, "Okay." So I did a little research, and my bubble tea is much sweeter than traditional bubble tea. So um, Americans as a general really like it because it's sweeter, but it isn't traditional bubble tea. But we do have the bubble tea, all the fancy drinks. We do have some lunch specials, um, chicken salad or chicken Caesar salad wrap, buffalo chicken wrap, barbecue chicken wrap, BLTs, grilled cheese. We do biscuits and gravy. So it's a limited menu, but we do have it. We have soup seasonally. Um, just
Making me
a little
hungry.
something, just a little something to get you through the day. But really it's about coming together community. We even have board games. People can come in and play board games. We have coloring books and crayons if you want to color, or if you want to bring your kids in and let your kids color. We have a drawer full of toys for kids if they want to play with those. But we are about community and letting people know that they matter and that this is a feel good place. We want you to leave feeling good, better than when you came in.
You can't honestly can't ask for anything more. By the way, are you sending little notes to people in City Hall to get their backsides down there and let loose a little bit and paint themselves something fun instead of being in a City Hall office all day?
Oh, absolutely. My other my other hat that I wear is I'm the president of the LaPorte Small Business Coalition. So I go to all the city meetings and I keep an eye on the officials, and they know. And Charity's here, so we better behave. And we joke about that a lot. So
I know, let's see if I can bring this up. So here is, now that I know where the sharing button is, at least I thought I did. I think this is it. So I lost it. Hold on. Of course I did. So this is your website, right? Hold on. That's not it. Hold on. I'm telling you, don't ever tell Jeanette.
I think you're having recording that. Yes, there it is.
Okay, so this is your Hotspot Cafe. If for all those listening, so again, you're going to go to hotspotcafe.com, right?
.net.
.net, sorry. You're going to find all of her products that she has there. And then I think you can go to the event. They have the DIY kits, which is what we were talking about. You can order
No, just
those.
scroll right down. Oh, there you go. It was right there. It's on the front, that page. Yeah. There
Okay.
it is.
So there's Turtle Beach. It's the DIY kit. And you can order it online. And I know she's going to be working. It's not like she has nothing else to do, right?
We will be rapidly adding more kits to the request. Whenever we have an event, except for the stained glass stuff, but any of the crushed glass stuff, we will have kits to follow.
They're so cute. And so on the events, she's going to list that. There's a menu, there's a contact and a calendar, which I believe would probably have all your...
It's down right now, but yes, it will have all of our events on it right there.
And then the map is where you can find her. So she is on Facebook and Instagram, I'm assuming.
I am. Hotspot Cafe LaPorte IN is our Facebook page. Hotspot Cafe LaPorte IN. If you go to our website, hotspotcafe.net, and you order a kit, don't forget you're going to get a 10% discount if you use the discount code Creative2026.
And that is that's for the entire rest of the year?
Correct.
Yep.
Yep. So any of my kits, 10% off, as long as I know that you heard about me from the Creative Spirit channel, and I know that way because you use that code.
I love it. I'm gonna put a special request.
Okay.
Just came into my head. You know what happens when stuff comes into my head? It's frightening.
I do.
If the two of us ever got together in a room, I swear that it would probably explode. Since it's our 250th birthday of America, do you have like kind of a red, white, and blue flag or something you might be able to put together for a kit? That would be awesome. I like it.
We do. I am actually working on a crushed glass. I have a thought on a crushed glass piece that I'm going to make, which will be a flag. I'm trying to figure out how to work the 250th anniversary in there because it's a big deal. It's a
Yes.
big deal. So I will have that. I will have that. Like I'm in the middle of making it now, so it will be done by the end of the week, and I will absolutely send that to you.
See, we are like so simpatico. I swear. It's like, because
Well, I heard you were moving to Indiana, isn't that right?
you know what? My husband would love to move to Indiana. He would. We've talked about it before. If I could quit my day job and quit messing around with it and do this full time, I'd be in there in a second. He loves it there. And I mean, I love Texas. Originally, I was obviously from California, but I love the small town thing. And I know all the small towns are going to really go out for the 250th if they can afford to do it. And I don't know if everybody from a big city has ever decided to take a road trip during the 4th of July or Christmas time and go through some of the small towns in your state. You don't even have to go out of your state. Just find a small town and realize what they do for the city, for their little city. It's amazing. It's so much fun. The food and the decorations and the overall feel. And then if you get to go to the Hotspot Cafe, I look at her street when she saw it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to go there and go to the antique stores and sit and have a cup of tea with you. And
That would be fantastic. The city is absolutely set on making our downtown walkable and very quaint. So we do have a very historic, cool downtown, and we're working to keep it that way because people need to know where we came from. I mean, the building that we're in right now, before it was modernized, it was built before the 1900s.
amazing.
So I know, and it's still here. This portion of it was a grain and feed store, and I'm making crafts in there now, so it's pretty.
But that's the cool thing is that they say that towns are being abandoned because everybody's going to the big city to be able to to support themselves. And I say that if we think creatively, we can have businesses and prosper in small towns just as well.
Yep.
And those homes and those businesses that were built, my husband and I do that all the time. We love going to little towns and going to the little restaurants. And even if it is a tourist area, you can make a good living from that if you do it right, So it may not be a grain and feed store anymore, but you're still feeding people. You're still feeding their soul. You're feeding their goodwill, and their makes people happy to create stuff. And I think it's really important that in this day and age, sometimes I get the stress level of trying to get everything done and keep up with everything and go where I need to go and keep everybody happy. That's what I'm saying. I can't wait to get home and sit in my creative mood and get going. And so it must be so fun for you to walk around and do the people say to you, hey, Charity, how do you like this? And do you think I did a good job here? Or are they?
Absolutely. And I always throw it back at them and say, do you like it?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. And a lot of times you just have to take it away from them, especially with the paintings, the canvases. You have to take it away from them and hold it back and say, what do you think now? And then they're like, oh, and they get this bright look in their face. And it's like that's exactly what it's all about.
It's perspective. And they're looking at their little mistake that they made. And then if you step back and look at it, they're like, oh, I did pretty good.
Exactly. They get that validation, that feel good that we all crave so much. And crafts are absolutely the way to do that. And so we can you can't come to an event, we can mail it to you so you can do it at home. Share your pictures when you've created your event or when you've created your masterpiece. Share your pictures on our Facebook page. We want to hear that Jennie Dial out of Texas made this fantastic wisteria box,
Ooh,
or Turtle Beach, whichever one it is. The 4th of July, the flag for the 4th of July.
I
That
want to, yeah.
we
I
want to see what you did.
we are a country of crafters. We're a
Yeah.
country of makers. We're a country of visionaries. That's where we came from. Because you don't step foot off of a wooden boat in the middle of winter and not have a vision, because you got to have that. And so that's our history, and that's our heritage. And I think it's really important that we start embracing it that way, instead of thinking it as a conglomerate. You know, we might be a big country, but we're made up of just amazingly talented individuals. And I'm so glad you're doing that. So she's not, okay, so everybody, she not only has her own business, okay, but she's allowing other people to put their products in her shop where people come to see, so that they can sell their products and help their business. And then she brings people in who want to hang out, have fun, create stuff, and be a part of the community. So that's a threefer. That's not just a twofer. That's a threefer.
A threefer.
A threefer.
I like it.
So, and I could just see, like, when we talk, we were talking before we came on air, and our heads are just going like, okay, I could do this. And I'm sure my husband just says, I go, you want to be inside my head? He goes, no, thanks. I'm good.
Exactly. Yes.
They just walk away and say, okay, whatever, what do you want to do? So
Smart men.
the ideas are endless, and
They are.
it's hard to fit it all in, but sometimes you got to put something away and move with something else. But what is your favorite, if you had to pick a favorite thing that you do for your business, what is that thing?
So not probably, the favorite thing that I have always done, that I have always loved, even when I got my first job, was interacting with people. Because after I started babysitting, when I got my first real job, I was bussing tables, and they moved me up to hostess and waitress. And I love that interaction with people. You could have just a little bit of fun with them, and just brighten their day a little bit. But I love that contact with people every day, and that they're coming in and we make them feel good. It makes me feel good to make them feel good. So that's like my mission. So I thrive when I'm out in the public and I'm talking to people, not in a big crowd, like a concert or anything like that, but on a one-on-one basis, when they're coming in, and how are they doing, and how can I help you, or giving them direction somewhere, whatever it is. I'm just interacting with people. It is really what makes my heart happy.
Yeah, it's the personal connection.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And you know that, have you noticed that when some of them come in, you may not be up front, you may not be in the back, but they look for you?
Yes.
And as soon as they see you, then they feel better.
Mm-hmm.
That's the coolest thing. It really is, because they're feeling. How many times you walk into a store and you just feel like you're on a raft out there by yourself and you can't connect to someone. And as soon as someone sees you like that, throws you that lifeline, it pulls you in, it makes you feel at home. And it's really a wonderful thing. And this is very important. When people are learning a craft or learning how to do something, they're very self-conscious.
Mm-hmm.
They're very down on themselves. They've already told themselves that they can't do this, right? They're like, I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing. And so by giving them that safe space to come in and know that they're in a place that's cool for them, it releases a lot of the inhibitions that they would have by being in an art room where they don't know anybody, and the teacher's there and looks kind of scary, and they're holding their brush. I'm like, okay, I don't think I could do this. So right away, you've made them feel at home, and it's going to help their whole creativity process. That's great.
Absolutely. We even have we have a core group of people who come to all of our events, and they're so wonderful. 3 of them are sisters, so we call them the sisters. Oh yeah, the sisters are going to be at this event, and they have been to so many events. They could almost probably teach them, but they also help each other. They help the other students, like, hold your paintbrush this way, or maybe it's better if you lay it flat, or you have to let that dry, whatever it is. Even the encouragement of, oh, that looks great. I wish I had done that. That validation and encouragement from other people. So people who have been with us for forever and new people coming in, everybody is welcome. Everybody is comfortable, and be you and be creative. We don't get that license very often in life anymore to just be yourself and to be creative. And please do that when you come here. Please be creative and be yourself.
Because you know what? What someone else is doing is not important. It's what you're doing at the moment and what you're doing with it. And that's why we have art the way we have art, because it is all in the eye of the beholder. Some people have an affinity for things looking a certain way, and some look at it another way. But that's the whole idea of it,
Right.
because you're creating your own little reality, and I like that part. That's we have to go by rules all the time. I'm kind of bad at that. I mean, I'm not, but I am. We were taught young to behave ourselves and to follow the rules. But there are certain times when it's okay to kind of follow your own drumbeat. And that's what charity provides at the Hotspot Cafe is the ability to kind of be yourself, watch yourself grow. And it helps everything you do.
It does. Absolutely, it does. Be yourself. Then you can come back to whatever you need to do, refreshed, a little bit of calm, a little happier, just a little less heavy, just a little better.
A little more relaxed.
It sounds all corny when I'm like listening to myself and all these things that I'm saying, but it really is true. It really is true.
It is part of the creative process, and we always see artists with angst. If you go back to all the masters and things, they always had issues, and the writers were always torn up, and everybody's going through their own private problems. But actually, if you just embrace it as fun, and Jeanette's always bad. She's always mad at me because she's like, Jenny, gotta have fun with this. I'm like, I'm working. She goes, you gotta enjoy yourself. I said, I know, but I'm working. And she gets after me all the time because I'm trying to stay focused and make it a business. But you do have to step back sometimes and just really have fun with it. And you never know what's going to happen to it. You don't know.
You don't. And I think that's it. I mean, you're risking a little bit, just a little bit, but even if your lines aren't straight or you colored outside the lines, it's okay. The sun's not going to quit shining tomorrow. The sky's still going to be up there. The world will be okay. And that gives you, I guess, a little bit of creative license to just whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's amazing. Well, we're going to, our time is almost up, and it's always sad, but I know Charity has things to do, and I want her to go over everything again so everybody has the information. So give them the website again.
Okay, so we are hotspotcafe.net for the DIY kits. If you enter creative 2026, you will get a 10% discount on your DIY kits. Like us on Facebook, Hotspot Cafe LaPorte IN. It's something similar on Instagram, but I don't know off the top of my head, but we are on Instagram. If you're ever in the area, stop by 602 Lincoln Way in beautiful downtown LaPorte and say hi, check out our walls. Maybe join us for our Coffee and Canvas or a Crush Glass event. Join us and just relax for the day. But more importantly, don't stop creating.
Thank you. Keep making stuff.
That's right. Keep making stuff. Those are the gifts that matter. The gifts that are made are the ones that matter, not what you picked up at the big box store.
I mean, I always tell people, buy your tires at Costco, but buy your mom a gift from a local vendor. She'll love you for it.
Yeah. Or make it yourself.
Make it yourself. How about that?
Make it yourself. Yeah. She loved that macaroni necklace you made her when you were in.
Oh, I had my kids' stuff for a long time.
There you go. There you go.
Used to make me pictures, and he's like, "You still have those?" I'm like, yeah, I do. I framed a couple of them. Now he's an artist. Now he's like, now he's been Mr. Cool stuff. But I framed his stuff when he was in kindergarten. And
there you go. Now you have a commodity.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Oh, my goodness gracious. So it has been a pleasure. I don't know when she's got this set up for me. I'm trying to look at my notes. She gave me notes, Charity. That's how bad it is, and I still don't know how to follow them. And she's going to listen to this, and she's going to call me, and she's going to yell at me. She has everything organized for me, and I'm the worst. I'm the worst organizer in the world. I'm going to mention a couple while I'm not going to play the commercials, but I want you guys to also, if you're listening, to go ahead and check out our channel. It's at, if you go to www.thecreativespiritchannel.lightcast.com, you're going to see our vendors and some of our shows on there. You can go to our website at www.creativespiritchannel.com. It's right there under my name. Visit us there. We're going to have a couple of very cool things, some snail mail campaign that's coming up. Of course, the podcast is brand new. And we have people like Subsiety. We have people like Spencer, who does crocheting little animals. And we have Brenda Kuhn. She's the Miss Craft Princess. And we have all kinds of really amazing people, David Poyant, and all kinds of really creative people that are on our channel and have been on our shows. So we hope you've enjoyed this. We're going to, I probably will try to play a commercial, but we'll see what happens. And if I screw it up, oh well, I'll be back tomorrow.
The sun will still shine, I promise.
Thank you, Charity.
Thanks, Jen.
All right, love. Take care, and we will see you. And if you want to send me the names of those people, I'll go ahead and put the books in and give a shout out to them.
I sure will. Thank you so much.
I'll go ahead and send you snail mail on the way out. All right?
All right, fantastic. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Conversation, that's what it's all about. Why can't we talk it out? We say what's on our mind. Situations keep getting in the way. There's so much we need to say, but we're running